Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum did break this ascending trend line I showed you yesterday, and it might very well be that we are starting already the alternative wave 4. I did explain it yesterday. The chart didn't really look too great anymore, and it could be that this wave 5, which I still have up here, so basically wave 5 of 5 of 3, that this is already in. That's why I put the alternative wave 5 on the chart yesterday and told you that there's a good chance we get into the yellow area once again, which we did. We then moved out of it again, but broke the trend line. So at the moment, it's a bit of a wait and see, I guess, here with Ethereum. Target area was reached again, so as forecasted, but we haven't really left it. As you can see, we only left it briefly. So we are still in it. And I think it just means now wait and see if this support is holding. If support in this yellow box is holding, then there is still a good chance to see wave 5 higher. That is still what I would like to see. I mean, to be honest, I think at the moment that there is a good chance as well. And don't get me wrong, these are all possibilities that exist at the moment in the very short term. I still expect it to go higher generally, but in the very short term, there is the possibility that this wave 4 here is still ongoing. Okay, so as long as we are in the yellow support area, which is between 1587 and 1622, yeah, as long as this is the case, we can still be in that fourth wave here, because it's possible. It's possible, and yes, we moved above this wave 3 before, yes, but this could be an overshooting wave B, okay? So, you know, it could be A, B, and we're coming down in C, and this may be a 1-2 setup already of the fifth wave up. That's uncertain at the moment, because we haven't got a clear breakout signal. Clear breakout signal would be a break above the 3 wave, or the wave 3 here at 1653. That would be a clear breakout signal where I'd say, all right, we are on track to reach wave 5 now. Target for that, you know, I talked about it around, yeah, 1700, 1710, sort of in that region would be ideal for that fifth wave of the fifth of the third. That would be ideal. But again, for that, we need to hold the 1587, 1588 level. The fact that we broke below the trend line isn't great. I'll leave the trend line on the chart for now, just to see, you know, just get an idea, you know, do we get above it or do we stay below it? Do we retest it from below? All of that is important, but it certainly is a short-term sign of weakness that we dropped below it, which doesn't mean we have to crash down. It just means that, yeah, okay, it's not that clear anymore that we are pushing higher here, and it's time to watch it, right? And just to see if we hold the support level. So I gave you the breakout level up here at 1650, well, 1654, 1655, and then we could reach the 1700, 1710 level in my opinion, right? I would already get a bit careful at 1680. Okay, but 1700 is sort of the ideal level. Okay, if we then come down, yeah, because this is the other possibility. If we say the primary expectation is we still push higher, because I would just like to see a clearer wave 5. Okay, if we don't see that clearer wave 5, then the alternative count gets active. So we just need to have it on the radar that wave 5 here could already be in. That means also circle wave 3 was already in. And then we're already in this fourth wave down. That would be, for me, another attractive entry opportunity, because we would correct down quite substantially. We could come down into the area between 1458 and 1568 in this area. That would be based on the Fibonacci retracement levels of just measuring the retracement of circle wave 3 into 4. So let's say the top was in here, then you can read and you can see that is based on the measurement and the retracements between the 23.6 retracement and the 50%. The minimum it would need to reach to make this scenario likely and basically activated is the 23.6 retracement at 1569, and it should not really go below the 1460 level at the 50% retracement I'm honest with you, if we drop below this ascending trend line, then I think that's probably it. And we have probably seen a more substantial high here, and we will not get this additional 4 and 5. I did mention it before, I mean, the move up here was fairly, well, easy, not easy, but straightforward to predict, okay? But this move here, this additional 4 and 5, we don't necessarily need to get it. I did say that before. That's why I plan to, or usually like to take profits towards the end of a wave 3, because you sometimes don't get the last 4 and 5. That could be because the chart is just failing, or just because the wave count was incorrect, which sometimes happens in the micro, because in the micro or in the, let's say, smaller time frames, you see all sorts of surprising things sometimes. So it's just a matter of being aware of it. And if we go below this first yellow support area, then we really need to, in order to maintain the view that we will get one more leg up in wave 1, we need to hold here the 1460, 1461 level. If we drop below that, then I will have to say wave 1 was already in. It was a bit weaker than expected then in this case. And yeah, I think this is certainly something interesting to look out for. It should be then quite clear, you know, what to look out for really in the price action going forward. I think this short term doesn't really or shouldn't really affect the overall movement here, because as you know, the view is that we are still pushing higher in a third wave to the upside here. That could take us to around 3,000 US dollars, yeah, because it is the larger wave 3. So to show that again, we had here a wave 1, here a wave 2, and we're now in the third wave. That is at least my assumption. Yeah, that is at least my assumption. And in that third wave, we could reach the $3,000. Now, in that third wave, yeah, we have 5 subwaves, and we can say that we are now in the first subwave. Here a wave 2 down. That would be the next larger entry point for me, and then 3 to the upside. Generally, to highlight that, this move is impulsive, which is currently moving to the upside, and that just confirms for me at the moment that we have bottomed locally here, yeah, and that we've also seen the bear market low. It's not 100% confirmation, but it is the best confirmation you can get at the moment. This is an impulsive move to the upside. It's not a corrective move that's happening here at the moment, yeah. Even though there's some, let's say, things in this movement to the upside that are not ideal. And I'm talking about this bit here. That's not ideal. But then again, on the lower time frames, in these very small moves, you see all sorts of surprising things. What is important for me is sort of what's happening here. Let's say in the body of that movement to the upside, we've hit various support levels, yeah. None of these supports of the third wave, after wave 3 failed, well, peaked, yeah. None of these supports were broken. So really textbook continuation of the uptrend. Bear in mind, next week we've got the Fed interest rate decision, the FOMC press conference and fund rate decision. That will be on the 2nd of November, so Wednesday. So it could very well be until we see the 2nd of November, we won't see a lot of movement, yeah. So that will be interesting. I'm currently looking at something around 50 to 75 basis points. I think that's sort of the expectation of the market. So it will be interesting. I don't think we'll see 100 again, but 50 to 75 I think is realistic, and it will usually have a short-term effect on the market. You know, last time when we had the CPI data released, we were here, yeah, so that was a strong move of volatility. And then we had the PCE data here a few days ago. I think that was here, and the price, no, I think it was here. But anyway, the price had a strong movement afterwards. So it's always, you know, they don't normally change the trend, these movements, but they can lead to short-term volatility and be a catalyst of a movement that would happen anyway. So yeah, so for me, here, general trend is still up, still looking good. The only question for me is, was this wave 4 in here already, or are we going to get this deeper wave 4 already now? You know, this is sort of what we just need to wait and see. Could be we have a bit of a weekend gap now, you know, it's getting a bit quieter again. So let's see, but there should be, or the next, let's say before the 2nd of November, the next possibility to get some serious volatility is the weekly candle close, which is going to be later today. All right, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.